Hello students, today I am going to explain you chapter number 10, that is Habitat of Living. Habitat of the Living. In this chapter what we will learn, what we will discuss, that is first the habitat. What is habitat we will learn in this chapter. Then we will learn about aquatic and terrestrial habitat. Then we will learn about habitat affects plants and animals. Then we will learn habitat varies aquatic, desert and mountains. Plants and animals show adaptation. Then environmental factors affect living organisms, and then component of habitats. So my first question to this chapter is, what is habitat? Habitat means what? Habitat is the natural home of an organism, maybe a plant or an animal. Habitat is the place where an organism finds comfort, safety, food, water, air, shelter and suitable condition for survival and breeding. So what habitat means, it is the natural home of an organism, where it live, where it eat, where it survive. This is an habitat. Now as you are seeing on the screen, organism, living creature. Living organisms are found everywhere on the earth. As you can see in the pictures, you can see living being each and every part of the earth. Wherever you go, you will find microorganisms or macroorganisms. Macro everything you will get depending on the temperature, depending on the quality of the environment, you will get the organisms. Now as I have told you, habitat, the natural living place of an organism is its habitat. An organism depends on its habitat for food, water, air, shelter, etc. Several kinds of organisms are found in a habitat. So I hope all of you have understood till this much. Let's see, what is adaptation? Now what is adaptation? Adaptation, what does this word signifies? Adapt means acquiring. Adapt means acquiring. You are becoming yourself, you are making yourself comfort to that condition or to that feature. You are changing some features, you are adapting something. The presence of special features in or certain habitats which enable a plant or an animal to live in its surrounding is called adaptation. Adaptation means by changing or by modifying some changes, by modifying something inside you, the ability of a living organism to adjust themselves to their surrounding is adaptation. The ability of a living organism to adjust themselves to their surrounding is known as adaptation. How you will adjust to the surrounding to live on a particular region is known as adaptation. Now you will see some habitats here. That is number one, terrestrial habitat. If the habitat is land, it is called terrestrial habitat. For example, those people who are living on land are known as the terrestrial organism, and this land place is known as terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial habitat are the place on land. Generally terrestrial plants grow with roots in soil. So generally the plants that grow in the soil, they have root. Those plants which are terrestrial, they have what? They have roots. The shoots remain in air. Animals live on land where their body is in air. We live on land obviously, but our body is on air. Plant and animal living on land are called terrestrial organisms. Example, desert, forest, grassland, mountains, these all are terrestrial habitat. These places are known as terrestrial habitat. Next is desert. Desert means those places where it is barren land. This barren land, it is a terrestrial habitat. It is a type of terrestrial habitat. Desert is a type of terrestrial habitat. In the desert what you will get? Camels, cactus. So those organisms has adapted their condition, environmental condition according to the desert, and they are now living on the desert. But we cannot live there because we are living on some other type of climate. We have to adapt the features to live on the desert. Then only we can live there, otherwise we cannot survive in desert. Desert plant, if you will see the general plants around you, then you will generally see that these are not the similar plant as you will see on the desert. Whatever plants we are seeing in our localities, you will see lots of leaves are there. These plants have branches, shoots, and these have barks. But if you will see the plants on desert, you will see the cactus like plant whose entire body is of greenish, and it cannot lose more and more water. It has to hold water. So you will see, if you will cut a desert plant, you will see that inside the plant you will get jelly like substance like date palm, agava, cactus. You will see these types of plants in the desert because they have adapted themselves in such a way that they they have to acquire more and more water, they have to hold more and more water to survive in the desert region. Now desert plant adaptations of desert plant. Now number one, leaves are absent, reduced or modified into spines to reduce water loss by transpiration. What they are doing, what the desert plant is doing, desert plant is reducing the number of leaf, or they are modifying their leaf. If you will see in our localities, more and more leaves are there, but if you will see the desert plant, there are more and more spines. If you will see, then you can see that more and more spines are there, so that they can reduce the water loss by transpiration. Now number two, stem is green and does photosynthesis. Their entire body is green, as I have told you that their entire body, entire stem is green, as you are seeing in the picture, so that their entire body can do photosynthesis. Number three, stems stored water, so it is thick and fleshy, because they have to hold more water, so their entire stem is holding water to survive in this desert region. Number four, deep root system to collect maximum water from the deep soil. Their roots are going deep under the land, under the soil, so that they can collect maximum water from the soil. Now number five, thick waxy layer on stem prevents water loss. They have a thick waxy layer on their stem, so that they can prevent the loss of water in the desert region. So I hope all of you have understood till this much. Now adaptation in desert animals. Now we have seen the desert plant, how they are adapting. Now let's see how the adaptation is done in desert animals. Number one, camel has long legs to keep the body away from hot sand. If you will see the camel, then you can see in the picture also, I am showing you that picture, showing you that long legs are there on these animals. Why? So that from the hot sand their body can be keep away and they can prevent their body. Number two, it store food as fat in its hump. If you are seeing the bulge out structure on the back side of the camel, then you are seeing a bulging out structure, a bag like structure. That structure is known as hump. That hump is what it is doing, it is storing the fat as a food, because they have to go for a long run in the desert. They will not get food, so they will store this food as a fat in their body, and when they will not get food in the desert, then they will break these fat molecules and they will digest it inside their body, and then they will get energy. It can store water in its body. Camel can store lots of water in its body, so that in the desert region, when there will be no water in the desert, they will take this water, they will absorb this water from their body, and the body will absorb it, and then they will get more and more energy. Number four, hooves of a camel well suited for walking on sand. As I am showing you in the picture, you can see these hooves of their legs. The structure of the leg is made in such a way that they can walk on the sand. Their leg is, see, downside is broad, little bit broad, but the upside is small, so that they can walk on the sand. Their legs shouldn't go inside the sand. Number five, long eyelashes to prevent sand from falling into the eyes. Why the eyelashes? As you are seeing in the picture, the eyelashes are long, so that when there will be sandstorm or lots of sands flying on the lots of sands will be there, then that sand couldn't get inside their eyes, to prevent the eyes from sand. And some animals remain in burrows during the day and comes out during the night. Some desert animals are there which are living on the desert. They small animals or snakes, some are there which are living on the desert. What they are doing to prevent from this hot warm climate, what they are doing, they are going inside the burrows during the daytime, and during the night time they are coming out for their food or for some other works. Maybe they are coming out only during the night time, so they are known as nocturnal organism. Generally those animals which come out during the night time are known as nocturnal organisms. Now desert animals in burrows. If you will see desert animals, generally maximum animal in the desert make burrows to live. Like tigers also, if you will see sometime, they are making caves, and some other animals, rats, snakes, they are making burrows in the desert to survive. So their houses are generally in the form of burrows. Now we will read about, till now we have read about the terrestrial land. In the terrestrial land, first we have seen terrestrial organisms or terrestrial habitat. In terrestrial habitat we have seen about desert. Now the second terrestrial one is mountain regions. In the mountain region you will see mountain trees grows in conical pattern with sloping branches, help snow to slide down. In the mountains, generally if you will see in the mountain, then what will happen in the mountain, generally the plants are conical shape, so that when there will be snowfall, the snow couldn't live on the branches or on the leaves, it should fall down. So if they will be conical in shape, as you are seeing in the picture, conical in shape, then this snow will generally go down directly without creating any problem. If it will not go down, then what will happen, the leaves will be covered with snow and the photosynthesis will not occur, and gradually the plant will die. So the snow has to go down and then the plant will survive. Next, they have needle shaped leaves, help water and snow to slide down. If you will see the picture, in this picture you can see the mountain plants have needle like shape. As you are seeing, the leaves and the branches have needle like shape, so that the water and the snow could go down easily. Animals in mountain region. Number 1, a snow leopard is white in color, can hide in the environment. So if you see generally if you will see polar bears, leopards and other organisms which are living on the mountains, where there is lots of snow, what they are doing, or in the polar regions, what they are doing, they are generally, you will see that they are white in color. Why? Because they can hide on that region. Their body color doesn't enable us to see, so that hunters and other organism which is supposed to kill the organism, they cannot see that organism, and the animals will survive in that environment. Number 2, thick fur to protect from cold. Those animals which are living on this mountain region, they have a thick fur, thick skin. You can say that a thick skin or a thick layer on their body, so that they can prevent themselves. As you are seeing in this picture, this animal have thick skin or thick fur in its body, so that they can protect themselves from cold. Number 3, clothes to prevent slipping on the surface of snow. As you will see, these clothes are why? These clothes are preventing the animals from slipping on the surface of snow. Now mountain goats, if you will see generally the general goats, if you will see in our region, and the picture you are seeing a goat, that is a mountain goat. There is a lots of differences there. Thick white fur, as I have told you. Number 2, strong hoofs for running up the rocky slopes. They have a strong hoofs. You are seeing that strong hoofs, they have a strong hoofs, so that they can run up the rocky slopes. Next, if you will read about yak, long thick fur on the yak protect it from severe cold in the winter. This yak has a thick fur. Why? Because it is living on the mountain. In the mountain generally it is cold, and this cold region he has to survive. For his survival, long fur or thick fur is required. Number 3, if you will see about grassland, in the grassland areas of the terrestrial region, in the grassland, number 1 we will read about lion. Lion is light brown color, help to hide in the grassland, because lots of grass, generally grasses are what in color, green in color, but when it become little bit when lots of sun come, and when it gradually when it start dying, it becomes brown in color. As you are seeing in the background, little bit brownish in color. This brownish color helps the lion to hide in these grasses. Number 2, long claws which can be withdrawn inside. They have long claws. These long claws that can be withdrawn. If you will see the claws of the lion, sometimes it is coming out, sometimes it is going in. The nails are sometimes coming out, sometimes it is going in. Coming out when they want to kill some animal, but when it is going in, they can run very fastly and they can make a proper grip on the land. Number 3, both the eyes in front of the head gives correct idea about the location of the prey. As you are seeing these eyes are in the front side of their head like human being, so that it can give a proper location of the animals which are in front of which it want to hunt. Next, we will read about deer. can run faster to escape from the predators. Deer is living on the grassland or in the terrestrial region. It can run very fast. Number 2, strong teeth, chewing hard stem. This deer have very strong teeth because it can chew hard stems of grass and plants. Number 3, long ears to hear the movement of predators. This long ears, what is the function of long ear? This long ear can collect more and more sound from the surrounding, and it can give a proper information regarding the predators. Number 4, eyes at the side of the head allows to look in all direction for danger. If you will see these eyes are in the two sides of the head, so that they can get a wide vision, and they can see from both the direction, from which direction the predators are coming. Next you will see predators and prey. A predator eats the prey. A predator means what? Predator is the person who hunt, and prey is the thing which get hunts. As you are seeing here, the predator is this tiger, and this lion is the predator, and this deer is the prey. The hunter is a predator. The one who hunts by the predator is the prey. So you know what is a predator, what is a prey. Predator is the hunter, and the prey is the organism that got hunt. So today up to this much. Thank you. In the next video I'll explain you the rest part.